Being a social media influencer gave me acne. Let me explain. I've had acne for 10 years. It started in middle school, went all throughout high school and into college. So of course, with having acne, I became obsessed with skincare products. I just always wanted to find the next best thing. And after doing research and just a bunch of trial and error with products, I really did find out what was working for me and what wasn't. So one day I randomly decided that I'm gonna post my skincare products on social media and just be vulnerable about my acne journey. Anything that had to do with skincare or acne, I was posting it. For the past year and a half, my skin was fairly clear. And I will say my account blew up pretty quickly and I am so grateful for that. It is seriously the biggest dream come true. And then the brand deals started coming in and I was like, holy shit, I can actually make a career out of this. Like, not only are people loving my skincare recommendations and loving following along with my acne journey, but now brands that I love and I've always dreamed of working with are wanting to pay me to post. I was working as a news reporter at the time and I had never intended on not being a news reporter until all this happened. And I wasn't accepting every single brand deal. Anytime a brand deal came my way, I would take a look at the brand as a whole, to take a look at the product that they're wanting me to promote. And if I just knew I wasn't gonna like it or if it wasn't gonna work with me, I would just shut it down right away. Or sometimes I would ask to try the product out for a period of time. And if I did end up liking it, then we would go through with it. But this is my career, right? Like, I started out posting skincare because people loved my skincare recommendations. So I felt like that's all I could ever post and all I could ever do. So I never had a skincare routine. I was constantly trying out new products every single day. That is not normal. That is not normal, especially for someone who has acne prone skin. If you're not acne prone, you can literally use whatever you want. You can rub dirt on your face, you probably wouldn't break out. So it just got to a point where my skin could not handle it. Could not handle anymore, and it happened at the worst time right before my wedding. I just broke out like crazy. Worse than ever before. Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Oh my God, I can just still recall how painful this was. Exhibit C. Exhibit D, this was like pure irritation. Pure irritation from constantly switching up my products and not having a consistent skincare routine. I didn't know what to do because this had never happened to me for the first year and a half. Like, it pretty much just came out of nowhere. I'm like, it's my hormones, it's my lifestyle, it's what I'm eating. Like, nothing, it just wasn't getting better. And I even blamed it on my wedding. I was like, okay, I'm stressed. It's probably the stress. My wedding was in December. My acne started to flare up around November, but this continued on and got worse until like March or April. It just got so bad to the point where not only was it physically painful, but it was mentally exhausting. Like, I could cry just thinking back a few months ago of where I was at, again, physically and mentally, and it was not good. So I just had to take a step back and reflect. And during that time of reflection, I was like, you know what? I have made myself a guinea pig for everyone online. I have tested out hundreds, if not thousands, of products on my skin, and I am facing the repercussions of that. So I just had to decide, am I going to continue to suffer, live like this, face full of acne, mental health, the lowest it's ever been, and continue to make myself a guinea pig for other people? Or am I actually going to help myself? Am I going to continue to work with brands and switch up my skincare routine on the daily, on the weekly? Or am I going to put that in the past and stick to a regimen? And by the way, I'm not blaming any of these brands. Any of the brands that I have tried or worked with, I am not blaming these brands. Every brand that I have worked with is a wonderful brand, amazing brand, love their products. It's just the fact that there was so much inconsistency in my routine. Everyone is different, but for me, about 95% of my income comes from brand deals. And out of all the brands that I work with, I want to say 95% or even higher of those brands are skincare brands. So starting in April, I decided to put a pause on working with all skincare brands. I still work with skincare brands if it pertains to like my neck, my décolleté, body skincare, or eye serums, because that's not something that's going all over my face. So I'm still working with those kinds of brands. I'm just limiting myself to what I put all over my face. I started working with an esthetician virtually. Her name is Savannah Boda. She's absolutely amazing. Her Instagram handle is the Dallas Esthetician, but she personalized a regimen for me, and I swear to God, instantly my skin started to improve. The power of just sticking to a regimen blew my mind, because this was something that I was not used to. I had not done this in years. Even prior to being on social media, I was constantly switching up my products because that's what I liked to do. I've always been that way. I'll find something that works for me, and then I find something else because I think it's the next best thing when it's not. So what I've learned from all of this is how important consistency is when it comes to acne. Not just acne, consistency for everything in life. If you don't have consistency, you have nothing. After 10 years of suffering with acne, my biggest tip that I can give you is to stay consistent. I don't care what brand you're using. Figure out your morning routine, figure out your PM routine, and stick to it. You will not see results if you're switching it up every single week. If you're curious, the majority of my products in my skincare regimen are Face Reality. Face Reality Skincare is an acne-safe skincare line. All the products are formulated for acne-prone skin. They will not break you out. They will just clear you up. And the best part about them is that they are affordable. I swear there's not a product that's more than like $50. So yeah, becoming an influencer quite literally gave me acne. I was not kidding. My skin is clear. Obviously wearing makeup. Actually, is the beauty filter on? Okay, I think the beauty filter is on this whole time, but this is my skin. It's a little dry because I just switched from the Face Reality Acne Med 2.5% to 5%. So we're a little extra dry. It's benzoyl peroxide. I think I only have like this pimple, and that's like the newest pimple I've had in like a week. But yeah, here we are. I have clear skin. I'm still posting on social media. My content has been changing a little bit. So if you want to follow along and you love skincare, health, wellness, lifestyle, beauty, you're definitely in the right place. And if you don't want to be bombarded with ads, you're also in the right place. Obviously, as an influencer, I'm going to continue to work with brands, and I don't think working with brands is a bad thing at all, but I know it can get annoying when you're just constantly seeing your favorite influencers post ad after ad after ad. But I have come a long way, and I'm not doing that anymore for a good reason.